Let's let's Okay. And hello, and welcome back to my stream and playthrough of Skyrim. Mm. So that's for both, yeah, alright. Probably going to want that on too. Alright, so we are here in the Soul Cairn. Yeah, let's just, yeah, yesterday was an interesting day. A little frustrating to boot. As you noticed, if you watched, then I was about 30 or 40 minutes into my playthrough, and my uh, downstairs neighbor came up because the mail goes to him, and my router had arrived. So I was all excited, and I hooked it up, followed the directions exactly, and could not get on the internet at all. It was the router connected to the computer, no problem, but for some reason it wouldn't connect to the internet. So I spent about an hour fooling around with that. Couldn't get anything done with it. So then my a friend came by, and so we talked for a couple of hours, and then I fooled with it a little more, and then I called my cousin, who is very good with computers, and he said he'd come over after he was finished work. So he came over after he was finished work. I was waiting for him to say, "Yeah, you forgot to do this," but no, it is nothing I did wrong for a change. So we called the service center for the company, and she tried to get it going from the other end, and nope, nothing. So she's going to they're going to send out a technician to look at it to see what's wrong, and he'll be coming tomorrow. So I'm back to my old router, which means I don't know how long this stream will last, and how many times it's going to cut out. But for now, we have what we have. So he's supposed to be here tomorrow. So we were about a good hour and a half doing that before he finally left. Poor guy. Worked all day, and then he came here and worked for an hour and a half on my computer. Of course, he enjoys that, so I guess that's okay. Not great, but okay. Anyway, so just before he left, we hooked up the router, but it still wasn't working. So I went out for a walk. When I came back, it was working. So the old router's working, as you can tell, since I'm online, and so that's okay. And by the time all of that finished, and yesterday was really hot here, for St. John anyway. It was, geez, I think it got up. It was 26 in the shade at 10 o'clock in the morning. What the temp was by the time the late afternoon came, I have no idea, but it wasn't cool, that's for sure. So between walking and sweating more than usual, and the stress of not being able to get my internet up, I was dead tired when he left, and I thought about going online. I really did after I got back from my walk, but I was just sitting here like a zombie. So I decided to, just watch a couple of videos, and then I went to bed. And of course, I was up at 5 o'clock this morning. Big shock there again, because I was in bed at, well, I went to bed two different times. I was in bed at 8, back up at 11 because I was just drenched in sweat. And then I was back in bed by about 12:30, and I slept through till about 5. So a little bit of a broken sleep, but nothing serious. Anyway, that was my day yesterday. Got some sunshine, got some talking done to a very old and close friend, and had major problems with the internet. So a mix of good and bad. Got to see my cousin, which I don't get to see him very often, so that was good. So I decided when I got up today that I would go online, but I decided to wait until okay, we need to put a bow. Oh, just a second, everybody. Come here, you. Thank you. We need to put a bow on our hot list. As you can see from my the way my hotkey menu looks, yeah, I downloaded it. It had an upgrade, so I downloaded it, and this is so things are in different places now. Not a big deal. And I also uninstalled a couple of things that weren't necessary at all anymore. Aha! There we are. I can't remember what it was I uninstalled now, but yeah, I uninstalled a couple of things that were just not necessary at all, or were not working. There was one that wasn't necessary, one that just wasn't working. So what was the point of all that? What was the point of getting in here? There's nothing in here. Oh, that just blows. Oh well. Now, I am going over there. Let's turn the night vision back off. You don't need it when you're actually out here. All it does is make things way too bright. Now, there's some lightning up there. So, Valerica, I was right, by the way. I went into the menu and clicked on the quest, and she's right up here. I was right about where she'd be. Okay. So now I was watching a guy do this, and there was a lot more lightning and stuff in his. And I think, I'm not sure. I think that by standing in those little mini pits.
Look out!
Oh no! Get out of the way, Aardvark. Sorry about that, Serrata.
Done and done.
Good job.
Watch out!
Watch out where? Good job. Where's the, yeah, these things here. I think by standing in these, I reduce the lightning. I'm not sure. But if that's what I do all the time, I hop into them, and I don't seem to get near the lightning that everyone else does. So I think maybe that does the trick. I don't know what else it does because it doesn't say anything, but okay. And we don't know where the other two bodies are, or ash piles, I guess. So we're gonna go up to see Valerica before we do much more exploring. We explored all inside the gate that was next to the steps down from Castle Volkihar. But yeah, I thought I'd better wait and get to see her before I do any more exploring. Hello.
Mother? Mother!
Maker. It can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't know to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't
You're
he?
an idiot.
No, you've got it all wrong. We're
Jumping
here
to
to stop
conclusion
him,
without
to
facts.
make everything right.
Wait a minute. You've brought a stranger here? Have you
I'm
lost
not
your
a strange.
mind?
I'm not strange.
No, you don't.
You. Come forward. I would speak with you.
I'm right here,
So
there,
how has
lady.
it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter? It pains me to think you'd travel with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down.
So this is all about you, is it? Jeez. Yeah, I saved her from your foolish plan, and it was foolish. I mean, what were you thinking? Delay it for 3 centuries and then let it happen?
I find
Come
your
on.
choice of words quite interesting,
Yes.
considering that Serana is in far more danger now than she was following my
But she was
foolish
basically dead
Serana
following
has
your
sacrificed
foolish plan.
everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I
No,
would have
you
expected
forced her to
explain
sacrifice
that to you.
everything.
You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
And you! Well, what do you mean? Sorry
When
about
I
that,
fled
but
Castle Volkahar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Ariel and his arcane weapon, Ariel's bow. The
yes.
second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
Okay, and yeah, well, that's obvious, but I'll ask anyway.
Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates
crazy.
the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal.
Yeah.
Those that
And you
do
let your daughter go through
emerge as
that.
a
What kind of mother are you?
pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences.
I mean, I wouldn't even let an enemy go through that. Never mind my own daughter. Yeah, she underwent this ritual willingly? I don't think so. I imagine she was goaded into it.
It was expected of her,
Yes.
just as it was expected of me.
You're
Being
crazy.
selected as an offering to Molig Bal is an honor.
No, it's not.
She wouldn't have dared turn her back on that. It's what some call the domain of Molig Bal,
Okay.
his place in oblivion.
Yes.
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana. And
You
why I
wanted
kept
to
the other
shut her
Elder
away so she
Scrolls
had no
far
life
from her
anyway.
as
What's the
possible.
point? You might as well kill her. Just stupid.
If Harkon obtained Ariel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the
Or
tyranny of the
yours.
sun would be complete. In her eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that.
How exactly do you plan on stopping him?
I'm going to kill him.
If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool
No,
than I
I'm
originally
really not.
suspected. Don't you think I weighed that option before I enacted my plans?
You're not the Dragonborn. And Serana's opinion in
I
this?
care nothing for Serana, or our
Oh,
planet.
jeez.
Whether or not you've become one of us in order to survive the Soul Cairn, you're still a vampire hunter at heart.
No, I'm
You're
not.
here because
You
we're
don't know
abominations
anything
in
about
your
me.
mind. Evil creatures that need to be destroyed.
I don't care if she believes me. I'm just
see.
here for the Elder Scroll.
You're simply here to stop the tyranny of the sun, despite the cost to Serana. Nothing else matters.
That's not what I said.
Hunter aligns himself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to him.
I don't think you have a
This
choice.
stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
There you are.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
He's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Serana, if you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father
You're an idiot.
discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about.
Not everything you
never
cared
asked
about.
me if
Everything.
hiding in
Period.
that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two.
There you
I want us
are.
to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe
I
we
don't know that
deserve
we're
that
really
kind of
family in the
happiness.
first place, Sir Serrano.
Maybe it isn't for us, but we have to stop him before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Serrano. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serrano's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Okay. So I assume you have it with you.
Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
Really? What do we
You
need to do?
locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here.
Okay.
Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down.
Okay, we'll be back.
One more word of warning.
Uh-huh.
There's a dragon that calls itself Domeeo roaming the cairn. Be wary of him.
Yeah, I don't know
The
why I
ideal
haven't seen him
masters
yet
have
then.
charged
It's
him
not
with
like this is
overseeing
a
the
really
keepers,
big place.
and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
Of course, he can probably, yeah, that's... Serrano already explained that. It's because she doesn't want a war with all the Tamriel. Yeah.
As you've been traveling in the soul cairn, your body has become attuned to it.
Okay.
Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the soul cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer.
Okay, good. And how did you become
When I entered the
imprisoned
soul
here?
cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the ideal masters, the custodians of this place.
What was the bargain?
I requested refuge in the soul cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the ideal masters the souls that they crave.
Yeah, you're not that nice
If I
of a
had
person
foreseen
either,
the
are you?
value they placed on my own soul, I would never have come here.
They tricked you. Well, big surprise
The ideal
there.
masters unleashed their keepers and sent them to destroy me. Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay and retreat into these ruins.
Mm-hmm. So that you
Unfortunately,
trapped yourself.
yes. Since the keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never be able to breach.
Yeah.
Time has very little meaning to me.
Obviously, since you
Consequently, it
locked
has
your
little
daughter
meaning to
away
the
for
ideal
hundreds or
masters as well.
thousands of years.
I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game. Each watching the other to see which will give in.
Okay, and who exactly are these ideal
I know
masters?
very little about them.
And you
They're
tried to
mystic
bargain with them
entities.
anyway. Brilliant.
Lord over the soul cairn, controlling every aspect from its fabric to its appearance.
Okay, and what do they resemble?
Some necromancers believe they are the crystalline structures dotting the soul cairn.
The ones that tried to kill
I
me,
believe
okay.
there's more to it than that.
More than likely, how
I
so?
think they transcend what we perceive as a physical form. Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've obviously reached a point where they no longer require a tangible presence.
And the crystals?
Conduits, through which the ideal masters speak to their underlings and...
Is there any way to destroy them is the question. And what I don't know that they
Ideal
require it.
masters'
They have
weakness
an
is their
insatiable... Okay.
insatiable hunger for pure souls. It's the reason for the soul cairn's existence, and the only leverage a necromancer has when bargaining with them.
Wait. You said pure souls. If you're a vampire, your soul is not pure, because when I kill vampires, I can't fill a grand soul gem with them. So why would they want your soul so badly?
The ability to summon powerful undead guardians, as one would conjure an Atronak or Daedra. However, the majority of necromancers that are foolish enough to enter into a bargain with the ideal masters wind up here.
Yeah, well, I don't
as
have any
harvested
sympathy for them.
souls.
And let's ask that question, even though I know the answer.
Archon's vision is a world plunged in eternal darkness, where the vampire can flourish, and never again fear the tyranny of the sun.
Yeah,
What
he hasn't thought
fails
this out
to
really well, has he?
realize is how much attention would be called to our kind if the prophecy came to fruition.
Not to mention the fact that the human race would die out. Everybody would die out because all the food would be gone because there's no frickin' sun.
If eternal night fell, there are many who wouldn't stand for it. They would raise armies in attempts to return things to normal.
You think?
The order of the day would be our destruction, until every last vampire was hunted down and eliminated.
Yep. So you prefer living in the shadows?
It's how the vampire has survived for millennia, and the only way we can continue to survive in the future.
Okay. All right.
Be careful, and keep my daughter safe.
Your daughter doesn't really need keeping safe except for from you. All right. Where's my... No, wrong. Okay, so we have one over there. We have one over there. Where's the other one? The other one's over here. Somewhere. So let's go to this one first. It seems like the furthest one away. And then we'll just make a circle around, I guess. No, it's not that far away. What is this? Hello. Anything to say?
I visited elsewhere once. What a strange and wondrous place.
Okay. Those things. I think I need my night vision on. Iron gauntlets of archery. Yeah, oh yeah, that's fine. I have lots of space. Yeah, keep her safe. Like she needs protection. That's another opus thingy. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's just too much of a pain. What do you suppose this is? Let's find out. This is absolutely nothing. Which means that is absolutely nothing as well, I would think. Even if it were something, I can't get up onto it. What about this in here? There's no way I'm going to be able to get up there. Alright. Hello. Nothing to say?
No end to this nightmare.
It would appear not. So that's an ideal master, the ones that try to kill me. I see. I see. Okay. Okay, you gotta be fast here. Run.